Now, universal self is the basis of matter also. We can't actually describe matter objectively. We can measure it. You can measure the weight in grams. You can measure the length in centimeters or meters, whatever's convenient. You can measure the temperature in degrees Celsius and degrees Fahrenheit. But actually, the units that you're using are subjective. And the process of measurement is also subjective. Lumps of matter don't measure themselves. So at the end of the day, you can't really describe what you mean by matter except in subjective terms. And we're talking, after all, about weight, which is a subjective experience, color or form, which is a subjective experience. So at the end of the day, our whole experience of matter is subjective. So consistent explanations should correspond to consistent descriptions. Before you start trying to explain something, you have to say what you're talking about. And if your description depends completely on consciousness, then the most logical and the most consistent explanation is going to be that the thing itself rests in consciousness. If you can't talk about matter except in terms of consciousness, then the most economical thing is that, well, okay, matter exists in consciousness. In other words, again, we're living in some kind of a virtual reality. So Albert Einstein, for example, he said, I maintain that cosmic religious feeling is the strongest and noblest incitement to scientific research. He didn't detach scientific research from feeling, or even... He didn't believe in a personal God, but he did believe in an intelligence behind the universe. He said, enough for me, the mystery of the eternity of life, the inkling of the marvelous structure of reality, together with the single-hearted endeavor to comprehend a portion, be it never so tiny, of the reason that manifests itself in nature. In other words, he's saying that there's a vast, almost incomprehensible intelligence or reason manifesting itself in nature. And Ludwig Wittgenstein, famous philosopher, he wrote with Bertrand Russell, he said the solution of the riddle of life in space and time lies outside space and time. In other words, the explanation for matter must come from outside matter. So the nature of the source of matter, or the nature of the basis of matter, can't itself be material, physical. So if it's not physical, then what is it? We have a direct experience of two realities. We have direct experience of matter, and we have even more direct experience of consciousness, because our experience of matter is, after all, a conscious experience of matter. So if we're looking at the basis of the universe, and that basis must be outside